Hello and welcome back to all you creative lovelies. For those of you who don't already know me, my name is Wayne, and here I enjoy making enchanted things for my fairy friends. Today I'm making a 4-poster bed for my sleepy little corgi boy who I just finished making. I was a bit excited to make this project, so I've already prepared the pieces. As a lover of painted antique beds, I thought this would be the perfect inspiration for this easy project. I am using 2mm gray board for the bed frame and white poster board to hide some of the details on the backside. Before I start assembling the bed, I would like to make sure that the two boards have the same curves. So by clipping them together with a book clip, I can sand them as one piece and make sure that they match as close as possible. Throughout this project, I will be using bookbinder's glue. To help me build the bed frame, I am taping down a scrap piece of wood. This will be my brace. With it, I will show you how you can easily square the pieces together. I will start by making the box spring for the mattress. This is rather easy. It's just a box with 4 sides so the mattress can rest upon it. I glue each side one at a time and place it up against the brace and gently bond the two together. While shopping for this project, in the scrapbooking section, I found this laser-cut poster board. I loved the filigree design and thought it would make a great pediment for the bed. I will start by gluing it down to the gray board, and then cover it with the matching piece of white board. This way, when the bed is finished, it will have the illusion of being one piece. So that the boards dry flat, I will weigh them down and leave them to dry for a while, then repeat the process for the footboard. Now that the two pieces are complete, I can glue the box spring to the headboard. And I'll repeat the same process for the footboard. Then I will leave this to dry and work on the bedposts. I have a few beads that are left over from previous projects, and I thought they would make great finials for the top of the bedposts. The posts are made from skewers that I found in the kitchen. Nothing is sacred in this house, so mind the bed sheets. With a drop of quick drying glue, I will pop the bead onto the head of the skewer, twisting them firmly into place. I want to mark the height of the box spring on the bedpost first, before gluing them down. I am adding just a bead of glue along the side of the headboard. Then I will press the post into place. Using a mat with guidelines helps me to line everything up. But this can also be done with a ruler too. Just push the wooden skewer directly into the glue and using a weight to hold them in place while they dry. For the posts on the footboard, I decided to make them shorter, so I've cut them down and sanding off the rough edges to make sure they're the same size. I will just repeat the same process as I did for the headboard. Having an extra ruler helps to make sure that the posts are properly squared to the bed frame. While the pieces dry, I will make some extra braces to give the bed frame some extra stability. Using a scrap of 2mm gray board, I am cutting out 4 triangular shapes. They are glued into the corners of the bed frame. Now that the bed is finished, I'll let it dry for a little bit, and I'll pick out some paint colors. I'll start off by priming the bed with white acrylic paint. This way, the blue colors that I chose will show up much brighter. I decided to create this little fairy bed in memory of Truman, my beloved corgi boy. I guess it could be called memory art. Originally, I had intended to make just a small bed for him, but it quickly grew from that idea. He loved sleeping on bed pillows, and he loved his blankies. I'm not sure if that was my fault, or if it was just his princely requirements. The very day he came to live with me, our first shop was to the local pet shop. I wanted him to have a comfy pillow. I told Truman he could pick out any one that he wanted, so we tried them all. I'd pull them out one by one, and he would dismiss them one by one. But we were able to find a pillow that he was happy with. It was in October that year, and a bit chilly, so that evening we curled up in front of the fireplace. I decided to pull out the duvet and lay it on the floor so that we could get to know each other. Naturally, we ended up playing. I would pull the blanket over him and he would tunnel his way out, wrap him up like a little sausage. It was just a happy chappy. It was such a fun game for him, one that he could never get enough of and wanted to play again and again. That night, when it was finally time for bed, I fixed up his new pillow next to my bed and explained that was his spot for the night. If he didn't like it there, we could move it to a better spot. But first, let's try this one. I don't think it was even 10 minutes later that he ended up in the big bed right next to me. Was that his doing, or was it mine? I'll never tell. But I do believe that is when Truman had his first real taste of cushy textiles. That first year together, every morning I would wake up and turn over to find Truman laying next to me, his noggin on the pillow, just like mine, staring at me with those amazing blue eyes, the definition of happiness. Honestly, you'd think he owned that bed. Perhaps he did, and I was merely allowed to sleep with him. But no sooner did he leave his comfy bed, have his breakfast, it was time for his new favorite spot, the sofa. Why do dogs always love sofas so much? Honestly, I can't even remember a time that Truman laid on the actual bare floor. He always wanted something under him. Once I bought a new rug. I rolled it out so that the shape would relax, and not 5 minutes, I came back and I found that corgi butt plunked down in the middle of it. He'd already claimed it. I guess that's what I get for walking away and leaving it unattended. So in a way, I guess I could say this is a piece of memory art. A funny, silly way for me to remember that he was a prince indeed. And that staying in bed is always a good idea. So that's just a bit of the reason why I decided to make this fairy tale bed. It has brought up a lot of wonderful, happy memories for me. Too many to actually mention here, but it has been a lovely walk down those lanes again. Thank you for letting me share that with you. Now let's make up Truman's new bed. I told you I was excited to make this project, so over the weekend I prepared a few blankies and a few pillows for him. All of these fabrics are left over from previous projects that I made while he was still alive. So it seemed kind of fitting to use them in this one. For the time being, I will leave you here just for now. I do hope that you feel inspired to make a very special project for yourself, or at least this one has sparked your imagination in some way. So until next time, keep the magic alive, and we'll chat more soon. Okay, little man, it's time for bed. I miss you, baby boy. Sleep good. See you in the morning.